Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Right there.
Yellow 80! Yellow 80!
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Stafford looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now a dump off here complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Flushed out right. He's got this one complete to Fountain. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Here we go. Where's 52?
They'll give it to Nixon, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow being chased out left. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things yet. The interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's got Lockett. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup there.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Right there, 54, right there.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. From the 50, Stafford. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Waiting. Hey, red. Stay 50, stay 50. 24 is the mark. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets them closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
Check, check. Watch 54, watch 54.
22.
Here's Fournette, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. of the gun. It's Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So in one play, you've lost an amount of yardage that our stat guy is still totaling up. Now, there are mess-ups, and there are mess-ups. I think this falls in the latter category.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
54 Mike.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
Fournette, a first down carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second and 10.
Mike spot 4.
Omaha, ready to move.
Hey, watch that, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He sets to fire deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because a strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly, read the football, and went and made the interception.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 33.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
11.
Now Leonard. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
That stopped him in his tracks.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Exit. Back 2 is a Mike.
Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Back to Mixon on first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Well, that's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, Stafford. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
First down. Here's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From midfield now, Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play.
He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
27. All day, baby, all day. Hey, 20.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Room here to run. And they work this out past the 25. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Now this will make it into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
You ready? You ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Eric Ebron. His first touchdown on the year. Then the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
All day, dog. 55, go!
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Burrow on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Burrow will throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Burrow. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. T.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And he's going to go down again. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not the second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
They keep it with 4 down on 1st down. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Stafford. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout. And he's going to be taken down, back around the 35-yard line. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Rolling to his right. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This will be their 3rd straight defeat. Eluding the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Let's go, let's go!
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mike check 33.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run. But this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense. But, yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. Fournette running out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love
And he's into the clear. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eric Ebron with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Ready.
Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2.
Here we go. Under crush.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Check. Watch 54.
Again, it's Fournette. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
They can't hang with us.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?